Doing out there today? This is Stefan Jimenez from the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Tuesday, December 19th. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NFL and NBA videos, and please make sure to click the like button as it really helps us out. So we got a small Tuesday, 3 games. There's a couple really good games though. First we'll talk about Cleveland going into Milwaukee. This is going to be the marquee matchup that we're really going to be looking forward to watching tomorrow. This is going to be a really good game. Antetokounmpo always plays against LeBron very well, so the big decision on this slate is going to be: are you going to go LeBron or are you going to go Antetokounmpo? I like both of them a lot. I have to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, so this game has a 217 total. Cleveland's favored by 1. Then we got Sacramento at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is on a back-to-back tomorrow. They have a 207 implied total, and they're still favored by 8.5. I think they'll get Joel Embiid back tomorrow. Then we got New Orleans at Washington. There's a couple of things that we're looking to wait and see if we're going to hear about if John Wall's going to get his minutes going back to regular. A couple of key injury news, so there's no line on this game yet. But that's going to be a very good game to target, though. I really do like that game. Even though there isn't a line on it yet. So we'll just jump into it. We'll start at point guard, John Wall. His minutes have been trending back up. He's got, every game since he's been back, they've been going up, 3 or 4 minutes. If this happens again, he gets, say, in the 36-minute range, pretty much back to his normal minutes. You definitely got to like him. For him to hit value, you need about 47.5. I definitely think that he can get there. It's going to be a really, really good game. I'm going against New Orleans. He's going to be going against Rondo, who doesn't play, very much defense. So I like John Wall a lot. We got Eric Bledsoe. This guy, they just don't give him no respect. He's had a couple of little bit down games, but the minutes are still there. He just hasn't been getting the other stats, but he averages almost 4 rebounds and 4 assists a game. So you gotta figure that that'll even out. He's been getting very consistent, close to 33 fantasy points a game, 7,000 price tag, 7.1. You're looking at about 35 for him to hit value. I really like him in this spot. I think he's going to be a really good play. Cleveland, they aren't the best against guards, so I do like Bledsoe in this matchup. I think he's going to be a really good cash game play. I'm probably going to go ahead and just add him in there. I really like him a lot tomorrow. Then we got Rondo in the up-tempo game against Washington. He's going to be battling John Wall. He had a dud game against Milwaukee. He only played 18 minutes. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But that was really the only kind of down game he had. Before that, he's been very consistent, in the mid to high 20s, even getting to 30 a lot. He had a monster 57-point game, so it shows us his upside. 6,000, you need him to hit 30 for value. If he's going to get his 28 to 30 minutes, I definitely like him in this spot against Washington. Last guy I'm going to talk about, a point guard, George Hill. The veteran's been, getting his minutes back up, and he's been balling. He scored at least 16 in the past 3 fantasy-wise. He got us a 37, a 21, and a 26. For him to hit value, you need about 23. So I definitely like his odds. Going against Philadelphia, this is going to be definitely an up-tempo game for them. Now we'll go to shooting guard. First, I'm going to talk about Middleton. This guy's been quietly playing very well. His minutes are up. He's scoring. He's scored at least 20 in 5 of the past 6. He's filling up the stat sheet. He's pretty much getting his steady 35 a night with 50-point upside. A couple of times hitting 40s. Pretty solid amount. At his 7.8 price tag, you need about 37 for him to hit value. I think this game's going to stay close. It's going to be a tough battle, and I really like Middleton in that spot going against Cleveland. Then we got Drew Holiday. This guy's just been playing very well. His price tag is up a little bit, but look at what he's been doing. In the past 4, he's got you at least 50, 3 of the past 4. So he's on fire. I really like him. They're playing him almost all game. And he's got at least 40 minutes in 3 of the past 4 as well. He's averaging 35 fantasy points a game. Even if he got you that, you wouldn't be mad. On a 7.7 price tag, you need about 37, 38. I definitely think he's going to get you in this up-tempo game. I'm going against Washington. He's going to be battling against Bradley Beal. Then we got Brogdon. For him to hit value, you need 25. The guy's been playing very well. He's getting, high 20 minutes, occasionally getting in the 30s. I think he is maybe a little bit more of a GPP play, but it is a small slate. We can't be too picky. So I do like him against Cleveland. For him to hit value, like I said, you do need 25. He's averaging 24 overall, on the season. So definitely take a look at Brogdon. The last guy I'll talk about is going to be Wade, 4,800. Um, so he sat out Sunday for rest, so he's going to be ready to go. This game, it's just, like I said, it's going to be a primetime matchup, and primetime players step up. Wade's a baller, still, at his age. He's been playing well for the most part. For him to hit value, you need about 23, 24. He's averaging almost 25 fantasy points a game this season. If the game does stay close, you could possibly see a couple extra minutes from him. So I do like Wade. Last time in this matchup, he got 26 fantasy points in 26 minutes. So yeah, definitely I would take a look at him. His price is down a little bit. I think it's pretty fair. Then we got the big debate: Antetokounmpo or 300 less. What is it? Yeah, 300 less for LeBron. Antetokounmpo, he's been playing very well. He's playing massive minutes, something you really gotta love. Last time that he was in this matchup, he went off for 56. He plays very well against LeBron. I think either way, you really can't go wrong. But I really do like him in this spot. For him to hit value, you need about 62, 61, 62, and I definitely think he's going to get you very close to there tomorrow. Then you got LeBron, 12,000. You need 60 for value. Last time that he was in this matchup, he went off for 61. So, like I said, I really feel like you can't go wrong either way. I really love both of these guys. I would love to get both of them in my lineup if I could. That would be awesome. But yeah, no, it's going to be the big debate. You're going to have to flip a coin and make a decision between these two guys. You're going to have to play one of them for sure. So yeah, no, I definitely like both of those guys a lot. Then we got Oubre. He's quietly, he's been playing very well. In the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, he had one dud, and everything else he's got you at least 23. That's what he's averaging, and that's pretty much what you need for him to hit value. In an up tempo game against New Orleans, I do like him a lot in this spot. And I also like Cunningham. Just a minimum price guy. He played mid 20 minutes. He doesn't do anything special. He's gonna get you probably anywhere from what we would say 14 to maybe 22 fantasy points. But if he even just gets you, we'll say 17, he pretty much gets you value. And you would take that, so you could pay up for some of the big names. There's some big names we are gonna have to pay for on this slate. So I think he is a solid little cheap guy to kind of throw in there. Power forward, we got Davis. Davis is Davis. He can get hurt at any time, but he can go off for 100 anytime pretty much. In this up-tempo game against Washington, he's going to be battling with Markieff Morris. I don't think Markieff Morris is much of a matchup for Davis. You need 56 for him to hit value. He's got you 50 in the past 3 that he's played. He's averaging 49 fantasy points a game this season. So I do like him tomorrow. I think he's a solid play. But I much rather would pay up for Antetokounmpo or LeBron. Then we got Ben Simmons. I'm not really going to go into too much into it. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons. He had a good night tonight. Against Chicago, it went off for 55 fantasy points. Embiid was out. He usually plays a little bit better when Embiid's out. I feel just because he gets a little bit more usage. Embiid will be back tomorrow, but going against the Kings, I do think that he's still, in play. But I think that if they do get up, that he would be one of the ones that would kind of like sit a little bit sooner, just kind of get him some rest on the back-to-back. Then I like Randolph on the other side. He sat out Sunday to get some rest, so he's going to be refreshed. This guy, I mean, this old man's just been playing very well. For him to value, you need 35, and I mean, he's been getting good, getting very close every game. I mean, the minutes are kind of up and down. You do want to see him, kind of in this low 30s to 33 minutes. He had this good stretch. But, I mean, on a small slate, if you look for some consistency, you definitely got to look at Randolph. I mean, Sarek, he had a good night tonight with no Embiid. He's been playing very well this season. The price is up a little bit, but he's a very solid player. His minutes have been up. Something you really got to like. He's shooting the ball well right now. He's getting his rebounds, so get some steals. So definitely, I like Sarek. We got Marquis Moore, 4.6. I mean, this guy, he's a GPP player in my opinion, just because he can go off for, 35 to 40 at his price tag, which you only need about 23. He has upside, but his minutes have just been they've been all over the place. I mean, I don't really trust him. I don't think I don't trust him. I'm not gonna say he's a lock to play 30 minutes, even though he's a starter. But the small slate, I'm just trying to find somewhere some kind of consistency. And I do like him in this up tempo matchup. Going against New Orleans. So definitely, I think he is in play, but he is more of a GPP play. And one more guy I'll quickly talk about, Crowder. Crowder, I mean, he's nothing special. He's a minimum price player. I'm just trying to find some value to get us, these big names. He's quietly, he's doing okay. His numbers are down. He's only averaging 15.5 fantasy points pretty much a game this season. 15.4, I would round it up. I would just say 15. I would round it down. For him to value, you need 17. I definitely think that this is doable. Going against Milwaukee. He kind of did it in this spot last time. 25 fantasy. 25 minutes. He only got you 5 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist for 6.7, which probably killed your lineup. So that's why I said he is a GPP play, but we're trying to find some solid cheap options. Then we'll go to center, and B's probably going to be back. The price is way up there. But, I mean, Sack doesn't really have nobody that could guard him, in my opinion. So I do like him. I think he's a solid play. I would probably rather go with DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, he's the best center in the league. He hasn't had no monster games lately. He's going to be banging with Gortat. I like DeMarcus Cousins a lot. I mean, he's very consistent. The only thing that kind of scares me off is the price is up, and he hasn't been getting there. So I'll probably have to say he's a GPP play, in my opinion. But I mean, I definitely would consider him. And then we got Kevin Love. Kevin Love. I mean, this guy just. The minutes are so up and down. That's what kind of just scares me off of him. But he's been scoring. He gets his rebounds. He's averaging double-double on the season for 36 fantasy points. At his price tag, you need about 8,000. At his 8,000 price tag, you need about 40 for him to hit value. He's only got you 40 one time in the past 4 games. He definitely has a chance to get there. But it's going to be tough, especially if they pinch his minutes a little bit. We got Cauley Stein going against Philly. Cauley Stein, I don't know. He went to the back to the starting lineup for Sunday's game, and he played well. I don't know if that was because Randolph was out or if he started at center. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more. But when he gets minutes, he puts up fantasy points. For him to have value, you need about 30. The last game, he played 33 minutes, got you 30 right on the dot. He's averaging 24 fantasy points a game this season. So I like Cauley Stein. They're going to need big guys in there to bang with Embiid. Then we got Gortat. The guy's cheap, 4.3. This is just begging for me to play him. For him to have value, all you need is 22. He's averaging 25 fantasy points a game. I really like Gortat for cheap. The more I look at him, he's going to have to be in there banging against Cousins. I like him, man. He's cheap. I'm going to have to throw him in there. So I like him at center. But that's kind of where I'm at with my picks. It's a small slate. I'm not going to linger on. I'm going to go watch the rest of the Lakers game. But let's just kind of go through this real quick. So Let me look. Let me look. Who do I'm liking at power forward? Johnson. No, Johnson. Ugh, this position. Let me come back. I'm gonna come back to power forward. That position is kind of ugly. And it's just tough. I like Drew Holiday. I don't know which one to go with those guys. This is an ugly position right here. Boom. See, you're gonna have to pay up, so I'm just kind of getting you some guys that I like. I want a lot of exposure to that Cleveland game. Small forward. I mean, I'm just throwing these guys. So you still have 5,400 to play with. Either guy that you go with. You're gonna have to pick one of those guys. So I'm gonna leave that option to you. Okay. So this is kind of something that I like right here. Boom, boom, boom. You got value play, mid tier guys. You might want to go down a little bit from Randolph. I just kind of threw him in there for consistency. And in this spot right here, you're going to have to pick one of these guys. So, hey, if I miss somebody or you want to talk about somebody that you like that, I really maybe didn't go into detail too much with or didn't even mention, leave a comment below. I'll be back tomorrow with my NBA video for Wednesday. And, hey, let's get this money. Talk to you later.